Hi, my name is Mark Nolan. I work for Lee Evans Partnership in Canterbury as an architect. I've been working here for the last 2 years. In the past I worked on Sean Wood Visitor Centre, Sean Wood Country Park and Bowergrove School in Maidstone. The main elements for a passive designed house or building is airtightness, high levels of insulation, good sort of idea of the sort of how the building is positioned on the site to harness the sun, and the last one is the use of mechanical heat recovery system. Passive house design is basically amended to suit the location. So a passive house in the UK is going to be different than a passive house in Morocco, for example, because you're taking into consideration the external temperatures and also the sort of temperature differences across the year, across the seasons. So yeah, it's not, you know, the passive house standard isn't a checklist of things that are going to work for every house. It's going to change each time. The first thing to do if you want to redesign an existing building to meet the passive house standards is to assess what sort of state the building's in at the moment. So we'll be checking things like how it's been built, how old is the building, how old or what state are the windows in, does it have wall insulation, floor insulation, roof insulation, and then after that, to get the heat recovery system working, you're going to have to ensure that there's actually enough space to incorporate that into the floors or the ceilings. The extra cost involved, I would say, equates to about 15% between a standard house and a passive house, because you're spending the extra money on the insulation, triple glazing, the air tightness and the heat recovery system. Passive house design, I'd say, is more popular in Europe because in a lot of instances their technical standards can be a lot higher than what's in Britain. Germany, you know, I think the passive house standard's been in Germany for quite a while now. They've led the way in it. There's a sort of a culture of not exactly embracing the newest technologies in this country for whatever reasons. British people should be more aware of the passive standard, but I think that's starting to happen now. There's been a lot of publicity in the construction press recently about the introduction of the passive house standard, and recently I believe the American, the British and the Australian institutes that deal with sort of environmental standards are coming together to try and incorporate them all as one defining sort of benchmarking system.